Welcome to the Great Indian AI Podcast channel, where we try to sort of untangle the threads of history and myth and reality.
Right.
And today, we are venturing into, I guess you could say, the chilling silence of Kuldhara, a deserted village in Rajasthan that has sort of, whispered tales of curses and disappearances, for centuries.
Yeah. It's a place that's really captivated imaginations for generations.
Oh, absolutely. And, on this deep dive, we're going beyond those campfire spooky stories to uncover what really happened in Kuldhara.
Exactly.
We'll be sifting through historical records, archaeological findings, and even, exploring that enduring power of the local legends.
Yeah. By the end, you'll have like a much deeper understanding of Kuldhara, and you'll be able to, separate fact from fiction and maybe even draw your own conclusions about this ghost town.
So if you are ready to explore a world where history meets mystery, stay tuned. It's going to be a fascinating journey, and you won't want to miss a single detail.
So we begin our exploration back in the 13th century, a time when Kuldhara was a bustling village established by the Paliwal Brahmins.
Okay.
A community known for their expertise in agriculture, trade, and even banking. They carved a life out of the unforgiving desert landscape, and they created this thriving settlement that really stands as a testament to their resilience and ingenuity.
Imagine that, a thriving village in the heart of the Thar Desert.
Yeah.
What evidence do we even have about their lives back then?
Well, it's fascinating because we can piece together a surprisingly detailed picture of their lives just from memorial stones and inscriptions.
Wow.
For instance, these records suggest that the men of Kuldhara often wore Mughal-inspired turbans and tunics.
Interesting.
Accessorized with beards, necklaces, and even daggers.
Wow.
The women, too, had their own distinct style, donning tunics or lehengas and often wearing necklaces.
It's incredible how these details from centuries past can paint such a vivid picture of their daily lives. Their fashion choices suggest a level of cultural exchange and integration with the broader Mughal Empire, don't you think?
Absolutely. It reveals a much more nuanced and interconnected social fabric than we might initially assume.
Right.
And it's not just their fashion, we also gain insights into their religious practices.
Mm-hmm.
The Paliwals were predominantly Vaishnavites, which means they worshipped Lord Vishnu.
Now, for our listeners who might not be familiar with Vaishnavism,
right.
So one of the major branches of Hinduism that focuses on the worship of Vishnu and his various avatars like Rama and Krishna.
Exactly.
The Great Indian AI Podcast channel, aims to make these complex topics accessible to everyone.
That's right.
Hi.
And there's even evidence suggesting that they venerated other deities like Ganesha and their depictions of bull and horse riding figures,
wow,
which point to a really rich and layered belief system.
Yeah.
These details gleaned from centuries-old artifacts really bring the past to life in a way that's truly captivating.
Absolutely. But then the question that hangs heavy over Kuldhara is, why would such a thriving, sophisticated community just vanish?
That's the heart of the mystery, isn't it? And like any good mystery, there are several competing theories.
Okay.
The most popular one, shrouded in this chilling aura, revolves around a powerful and tyrannical Diwan named Salim Singh, notorious for his cruelty and insatiable greed.
Yes, the legend of Salim Singh.
Yes.
I've heard whispers of this tale.
Uh-huh.
It said that he became infatuated with the village chief's daughter.
Right.
And demanded she be handed over to him, and when the villagers refused, he threatened them with dire consequences.
That's the essence of the legend.
Right.
Fearing for their safety and their honor, the Paliwals made a daring decision. They decided to abandon their beloved village overnight, leaving behind their homes and everything they had built.
And as they left, they cursed the land.
Right.
Ensuring that no one could ever inhabit Kuldhara again.
A tale of defiance and despair, leaving behind this eerie silence that seems to linger even today.
But of course, we at the Great Indian AI Podcast channel always strive to look beyond the legends.
Of course.
And explore the historical evidence. And here we find some interesting contradictions.
Indeed, if we delve into the historical records, we find a gradual population decline, not a sudden exodus.
Okay.
As the legend suggests. Kuldhara boasted around 1,588 inhabitants in the 18th century, which dropped to 800 by 1815, and by 1890, only 37 people remained.
This gradual decline certainly raises questions about the narrative of an overnight disappearance, doesn't it?
It does.
It suggests a more complex and perhaps multifaceted story behind Kuldhara's abandonment.
It does, and this is where archaeological evidence enters the picture, adding another layer to the mystery.
Yep.
Excavations have revealed collapsed roofs, fallen pillars, and other signs of destruction that suggest something more than just gradual decay might have been at play.
It's like the ruins themselves are whispering clues,
Yeah.
hinting at a story that goes beyond the popular narrative.
Yeah.
And remember, we're talking about a region known for its tectonic activity with ground movements capable of causing significant earthquakes.
So are we suggesting an earthquake might have played a role in Kuldhara's demise?
It's certainly a possibility worth considering.
Could natural forces rather than a curse be responsible for the destruction we see today?
The evidence points towards a much more intricate and multi-layered story than the simple, albeit dramatic tale of a heartbroken community's curse.
Stay with us on the Great Indian AI podcast channel as we dig deeper into this captivating puzzle. We'll be back in just a moment to explore more theories and analyze the evidence that might hold the key to unraveling the true story of Kuldhara.
Welcome back to the Great Indian AI podcast channel, where we're piecing together the puzzle of Kuldhara, a village frozen in time, shrouded in mystery and whispered legends.
You know, we've explored the tales of tyrannical doings and heartbroken communities and even the possibility of, a devastating earthquake. But Kuldhara's story doesn't end in the past.
No, it doesn't.
It continues to unfold in the present, raising questions about preservation and tourism and that delicate balance between history and the modern world.
Today, Kuldhara stands as a heritage site protected by the Archaeological Survey of India. Its haunting beauty and eerie silence draw visitors from all over the world, eager to kind of experience its unique atmosphere and maybe unravel its secrets.
I've always been fascinated by abandoned places.
Yeah.
There's something so evocative about standing amidst the ruins and just imagining, the lives that once filled those spaces.
I know.
It's like the past is reaching out, whispering its stories to anyone who will listen.
What's intriguing about Kuldhara is how its ghostly reputation, while likely exaggerated, has become a major part of its appeal. It's a testament to the enduring power of storytelling and how legends, even if rooted in speculation, can shape a place's identity and influence how we perceive it.
It seems the lines between fact and fiction blur in Kuldhara, adding another layer to its mystique. But it's not just about spooky tales anymore. The government has plans to, further develop Kuldhara as a tourist destination, aiming to strike a balance between preserving its historical integrity and enhancing the visitor experience.
That's right. There are proposals for cafes, performance areas showcasing local culture, and even charming cottages for those brave enough to spend a night amidst the ruins.
It sounds like a fascinating blend of old and new. But I'm curious how the local communities surrounding Kuldhara view these developments and, the ghost stories that continue to attract so many tourists.
It's a multifaceted issue. While most locals don't buy into the supernatural tales, they do recognize the role these stories play in drawing crowds and boosting tourism. They see it as an opportunity for economic growth, and they're really keen to share their region's rich heritage with the world.
So it's a reminder that these ghost stories, regardless of their veracity, have real-world implications impacting livelihoods and shaping how we interact with history. It's a complex interplay of cultural perceptions and economic realities, and just the enduring human fascination with the unknown.
Speaking of the unknown, there have been attempts to investigate the paranormal activity in Kuldhara, haven't there?
Yeah.
I understand a paranormal team claimed to have encountered some unexplained phenomena during their investigation back in the early 2010s.
Yeah, I read about that they reported moving shadows, disembodied voices, and even what they described as talking spirits. But as always with such claims, a healthy dose of skepticism is warranted.
Absolutely. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence, and it's easy to get swept up in the spooky atmosphere of a place like Kuldhara and misinterpret sensory experiences.
Right.
But that doesn't diminish the cultural significance of these stories and their impact on Kuldhara's appeal.
Precisely whether you're a skeptic or a believer. Kuldhara offers a unique opportunity to contemplate the intersection of history, legend, and human perception. It's a place where whispers of the past linger, inviting us to question, explore, and draw our own conclusions.
And sometimes those explorations can lead to unexpected controversies. The story of Kuldhara takes another intriguing turn when a Bollywood film crew arrived on the scene hoping to capture its haunting beauty on celluloid.
Ah, yes, the Bollywood connection. I was wondering when that would come into play.
Yeah.
I read that the crew of the film, Agent Reenid, ran into some trouble while shooting in Kuldhara back in 2011. What exactly happened?
Well, to create a specific look for a scene, the filmmakers made some alterations to the site.
Okay.
They added new structures, they painted the ancient walls with Taliban insignia and Urdu phrases, and even covered some areas with cow dung.
Well, I can see how those actions might have been perceived as disrespectful, especially considering the historical and cultural significance of Kuldhara.
It sparked a major uproar.
Yeah.
Many people felt that it was deeply inappropriate to tamper with the authenticity of these centuries-old ruins, essentially rewriting history for cinematic effect.
Right, it highlights the ethical considerations that come into play when filmmakers use historical sites like Kuldhara for their projects.
Indeed, the Rajasthan government actually intervened, halting the shoot and launching an investigation. The police filed charges against some crew members, and the Archaeological Survey of India imposed substantial fines on the production company.
So it seems even in the 21st century, the ghosts of Kuldhara have a way of protecting their domain.
You could say that the incident serves as a stark reminder that our actions, even those driven by artistic intentions, can have unintended consequences, particularly when we're dealing with historically sensitive locations.
Right.
It underscores the need for respect and careful consideration when engaging with the past.
As our exploration of Kuldhara continues on the Great Indian AI podcast channel, we find ourselves at a crossroads of fact and fiction, where whispers of curses mingle with scientific explanations and the echoes of modern-day controversies. We've unearthed a tale that's both captivating and thought-provoking, one that invites us to delve deeper into the complexities of history, legend, and the human experience. Stay tuned as we venture into the final chapter of this enigmatic journey, uncovering more layers of this captivating story. Welcome back to the Great Indian AI podcast channel. As our journey through the enigmatic ruins of Kuldhara reaches its final destination, we find ourselves pondering the many layers of this captivating tale.
We've sifted through legends and historical records, archaeological findings, and even modern-day controversies, each piece kind of adding to the intrigue of this abandoned village.
Yeah, it's been a fascinating exploration. Wouldn't you say? We started with those chilling tales of curses and disappearances, then delved into the complexities of historical evidence and, the possibility of natural disasters playing a role in Kuldhara's fate.
Right, and along the way, we encountered the enduring power of local legends, the delicate balance between preserving history and promoting tourism, and even the ethical considerations of using historical sites for, creative endeavors.
The story of Kuldhara, it seems, is more than just a collection of spooky tales. It's a reflection of the human experience, our relationship with the past, and how we choose to interpret and interact with the echoes of bygone eras.
Exactly. And as we stand on the threshold of concluding our deep dive,
Right.
we're left with a question that lingers in the silence of those abandoned streets. Does uncovering the scientific explanations diminish the magic of the unknown, or does it simply add another layer of intrigue to an already captivating narrative?
That's a question each of us must answer for ourselves. Do we choose to embrace the chilling allure of the curse? Or do we find ourselves drawn to the intricate details revealed by historical research and archaeological discoveries?
Perhaps the most compelling answer lies in recognizing the beauty of both perspectives. The legends passed down through generations speak to the human need to explain the unexplainable, to find meaning in the face of mystery and loss.
And the scientific evidence, painstakingly gathered and analyzed, offers us a glimpse into the tangible realities of the past, the environmental challenges, the social structures, the events that shaped the lives of those who once called Kuldhara home.
The Great Indian AI podcast channel encourages you to appreciate the interplay between these seemingly opposing forces. It's in that space where legend and science converge that we often find the most profound and thought-provoking insights.
So as we bid farewell to the silent ruins and whispered tales of Kuldhara, we invite you, our listeners, to continue exploring, to keep questioning, and to embrace that spirit of curiosity that fuels our understanding of the world around us.
We hope this deep dive has left you with a newfound appreciation for the complexities of history, the power of storytelling, and the enduring allure of the unknown.
If you enjoyed this exploration, be sure to like, share, and comment below. Let us know your thoughts, your theories, and what resonated with you the most about the story of Kuldhara.
And don't forget to subscribe to the Great Indian AI podcast channel for more captivating journeys into the heart of India's rich and diverse cultural tapestry. Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep the spirit of curiosity alive.